Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. It's gonna be a rant. No editing, no videos, no articles, none of that shit. George Takei and these rich leftists are bitches. I'll just put it out there. Let's just say it. So George Takei sent out a tweet stating that if we have to endure some higher gas prices and some higher food prices, that's okay. Well, you're worth 14 million, motherfucker. Most of us live paycheck to paycheck and try to make ends meet. Fuck you. See, this is the mentality of the Nancy Pelosi's. Remember when COVID was going down and she's sitting in front of her two $10,000 freezers, eating her $30 boxes of ice cream, but most of us are just trying to pay their rent. So this is what they really think. You see, people like the AOCs run around in Teslas. While you, if you're like me, now I don't have cheap cars, but I'm very smart about the cars I buy. But when you're running around in big V8s like me, because this is Texas, and sometimes every day, you have to cross an open range to do what you got to do. So I'm driving F-150s, Ford Expeditions, big trucks, right? But they don't care. See, this is why the Bidens don't understand the average everyday working man. You see, this is how Donald Trump became president, because he got it. Remember when Hillary Clinton called us flyover country? They don't even want to come to our states, our counties. You're not going to see AOC at the stockyards. It's not going to happen. Because they're leftist elites, see? Just like George Takei, who I've never liked. I always thought he was a bitch. And this today just confirms, yeah, he's a bitch. That's all he does is bitch, whine about shit. Cry like a hoe. That's all he does. For him to say that, he's worth $14 million. It's really kind of got to me. Because I don't think the average everyday person is getting it. And what you have, like I showed you on the prior video, right? The video right before this one, is you have these leftist elite kids whose parents have worked hard, who've sacrificed, who've gotten up at 4 o'clock in the morning, went to bed at 9 o'clock and got up every day and did it over and over again to build something. They have no respect for it. I'm talking about people like my brother. My brother drives 4,000 miles a week. He said the least he's ever driven in a week for the last 15 years was 3,300 miles. It was a short week. Think about that. I'm talking about people who get up and begin their day, whether it's day shift or night shift, and they don't sit down till that work day is over. They're pushing themselves to their absolute most. And what does this sorry son of a bitch, George Takei, come out and say? Well, paying a little bit more for gas, a little bit more for food, as long as we stick it to Putin, is a great deal. No, you have no idea. You have no idea. That's what I'm trying to communicate. The AOCs, the Nancy Pelosi's, the George Bidens, the Kamala Harris's. Because Kamala Harris can talk all she wants about, I grew up there, and I grew up there, blah, 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 blah. Her mother was a doctor. Her father was very rich, family money, right? She's never struggled a day in her life. And that's what we're seeing now. These little dumbass kids who've never done anything in their life are falling for it. They're following up on it. It's their thing. You're ridiculous. Stop. Stop. Go out and live a little bit of life, then come back and tell us what to do. Because I think what George Takei doesn't realize, us combat veterans out here, us truck drivers, us ranchers, us farmers, us nurses, because nurses get paid jack shit. Us healthcare workers, us construction builders, us roofers. Man, we're struggling out here. No, fuck you. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck you. This is probably going to get taken down from YouTube. Probably going to get a strike. So you might not see me for a month or so. But I just have to put that out there. Fuck you. You don't care about us. You know what? We're the point. We don't care about you. Fuck Nancy Pelosi. Fuck AOC. Fuck George Takei. Fuck all these rich Hollywood elites who are having caviar, where most of us are just trying to figure out how we're going to put gas in our car. You are ridiculous. We don't like you. And it's just time for a peaceful divorce. And when I say a peaceful divorce, I don't mean split the United States. I've got to change my definition. I say pack up all these leftist elites who are always talking about how Europe does things. Send them to England, send them to France. Get them the fuck out of our country. The lifeblood will remain here. The lifeblood will remain. It just really kind of, I don't know, it irked me in a special kind of way today. You see, I did my first video at 5 this morning. It's almost 6 now. It's 5:47 p.m. I'm doing my second. I still got stuff to do. I'll be up for another couple of hours. But I've been up since 4 this morning. It's like, you don't care. You really don't. All AOC cares about is her super uber expensive 1-bedroom apartment in DC. And her Tesla. And lecturing people. Greta Thunberg. Has anybody checked her net worth? She's an adult now. Check her net worth. She's also a grifter. That's why Trump was so popular. He actually came in and did things for the working class people. I say to hell with you. I'm done with you. But George Takei, to say something like that, lets you know the mentality, see, of what the left really thinks. And once you know their mentality, and you know they don't care about you, what are you going to do? Anyway, I just wanted to get this out there. It's just a little Dan Dawson Show rant. So like, subscribe, share, and as always, especially in these days and times, keep your powder dry and do what you got to do.